This video will show you how to use the Daily Calorie Snapshot calculator. The calculator will initially display sample data. The sample data values are described in these controls. The dial on the left depicts daily calories budget. This value is also known as basal metabolic rate, or BMR. That value is shown in this control. You can calculate an estimate of your personal daily calories budget by clicking this command button. The daily calories budget value is indicated by the green needle. The green band on the dial indicate values that are less than daily calories budget. The reddish band on the dial indicate values that are greater than daily calories budget. The center dial depicts net daily calories. Net daily calories are calories eaten minus exercise calories. The net daily calories value is shown in this control. The large needle on the dial points to the net daily calories value. The smaller green needle points to daily calories. Budget value. The large needle that indicates net daily calories value is also color-coded. The color used indicates the percent of calories from fats. That's the value shown in this control. 4 different colors are used to depict the percent of calories from fats. A blue needle will show when the percent of calories from fats are 30% or less. A yellow needle will show when the percent of calories from fats are greater than 30%, but less than or equal to 35%. An orange needle will show when the percent of calories from fats are greater than 35%, but less than or equal to 45%. A red needle will show when the percent of calories from fat are greater than 45%. The green band on the dial indicates values that are less than daily calories budget. The reddish band on the dial indicates values that are greater than daily calories budget. The difference between net daily calories and daily calories budget is indicated by a third color. If net daily calories are less than daily calories budget, a blue band will display. If net daily calories are greater than daily calories budget, a yellow band will display. The dial on the right depicts an estimate of daily weight gain or loss. The estimate is based on net daily calories. There are 3,500 calories in a pound of excess body weight. So the amount of calories you are over or under your daily calories budget divided by 3,500 will determine the daily weight gain or loss. If net daily calories are less than daily calories budget, a weight loss is predicted. If net daily calories are greater than daily calories budget, a weight gain is predicted. The needle on the dial points to the value of the predicted weight gain or loss. The needle is also color-coded to match the percent of calories from fats. The green band on the dial indicates weight loss values. The reddish band on the dial indicates weight gain values. A weight gain or loss is indicated by a third color band. A weight loss is indicated by a blue band. A weight gain by a yellow band. You can enter your own values in these controls and chart the outcome. To get a quick feel for how the calculator works, enter some values and see what happens. By way of example, we'll enter 2,500 for daily calories budget calories. We'll enter 4,000 calories for the total calories eaten for the day. We'll assume that we exercised 650 calories, and we'll estimate that the percent of calories from fats was 36%. Click the Chart My Values command button to see what happens. The values you entered are reflected in these controls. Again, the value for net daily calories is calories eaten minus exercise calories. The value for estimated daily weight gain or loss is based on the difference between net daily calories and your daily calories budget divided by 3,500. The center dial depicts net daily calories outcome. For this example, a weight gain was predicted. Accordingly, a yellow band is shown on the dial. The percent of fat at 36% falls within the orange range. That's why the needle is colored orange. The values used predict a weight gain for the day of almost 1/4 pound. This is the value depicted on the right dial. Again, this needle is color-coded to match the percent of calories from fats. And because a weight gain was predicted, a yellow band is displayed. When you chart your values, you also receive a message based on the outcome of the values you entered. In this example, our value showed that we exceeded our daily calories budget by 850 calories, so we overate. Accordingly, the calculator message encourages you to exercise. To redisplay the chart using default values, click the Reset Chart Values command button. The chart and its underlying default values are restored, but the values that you had entered are retained for future use. To restore the chart to its initial default values, and at the same time, delete all user-entered values, click the Reset All Page Values command button. This will return the page to its initial opening state. To calculate a value for your daily calories budget based on a personal profile, click the command button Your Daily Calories Budget. When this page first opens, this command button will have the focus. That means you can simply use the Enter key on the keyboard, and the function will start. We'll click the button, and some additional controls are displayed that enable you to enter personal profile information. The data you need to enter in these controls is pretty obvious. However, this control is used to enter a description of your typical lifestyle. If you click on the drop-down control, you'll see that there are several choices: stand in bed, couch potato, office worker, light physical labor, hard physical labor, or professional athlete. The choice you make here will affect the ultimate outcome of your daily calories budget value. Keep in mind that the lifestyle you choose represents your typical daily activities, exclusive of extra exercise or unusual strenuous physical activities. For example, if you work in an office but otherwise do not exercise regularly, you would choose office worker as your selection. By way of example, I'll enter 180 pounds as my weight. I'll use the tab key to advance to the next field. Height and inches. Tab key, date of birth in the format indicated for this example, I'll use 131/1960 bond tab key. I'll use the selector to choose the gender. And then for my lifestyle, I'll choose office worker to calculate my personalized daily calories budget. I'll click the Calculate Budget command button. The calculated value is automatically entered into the BMR field. And as a bonus, you're presented with a value for your current body mass index, or BMI. Body mass index is a relative value related to your height and your weight. This calculator will give you 3 ranges for your BMI. Blue indicates normal range yellow, overweight, and red obese if you bicycle, run, or walk for exercise. There is a built-in function that will allow you to accurately compute values for exercise calories based upon personal profile information. To access this function, click the command button. Calculate bicycling, running, walking exercise. Calories. We'll click the command button, and some additional controls are displayed to allow you to enter information related to calculating exercise calories. Note that the control on the left already has a value in it. That's because this control is used to enter weight. Because we entered our weight when we calculated our daily calories budget, that value is retained for future use. However, if you hover the mouse over the text box, you'll receive a tooltip that will remind you what value belongs in the control. When these controls are first displayed, the cursor will be in the left control and it will be blinking. If you have a value in that, you can simply use the tab key to advance to the next field. Here we'll enter the duration of the exercise in minutes. For this example, I'll choose 60 minutes. Then I'll use the tab key to advance to the next field. I'm going to be entering a bicycle exercise. So I'm going to enter the value of 18, which presents the number of miles I biked during the exercise. Then I can use the tab key to automatically advance to the command button bicycling. If I click this command button, the calories expended during that exercise are calculated automatically, again based upon my personal profile entries. I'll click the command button, and you can see that the results have automatically been posted to the exercise calories field. At this point, the cursor is usually in the BMR field. However, what we'll do is we'll use the tab key to automatically advance to the calories eaten field. Here we need to enter some number that represents the total calories we consume today. For this example, we're going to enter 3,500 calories as the number calories consumed today. Then we'll hit the tab key to advance to the exercise calories field. We already have our value there, so we'll just hit the tab again. Now we need to enter an estimate for the percent of calories that came from fats. For this example, we'll estimate 38% of the calories came from fats. Then we'll use the tab key. Note that the Chart My Values command button automatically has the focus. That means we can simply use the Enter key at this point to redraw the chart. Alternatively, we can just click the command button, and the chart is recreated using the values we just entered. The values we used to generate the chart prompted the notice that we overate slightly. Furthermore, this notice is personalized, further by indicating the type of exercise we chose, in this case, bicycling. And we receive an explicit indication of the additional exercise we should accomplish. We overate 108 calories for the day. We bicycled. So based on the values we entered for the original exercise, the calculator is telling us we should have, or should exercise, an additional 7.3 minutes at 18 miles an hour. 18 miles an hour is the calculated speed for the exercise based on the information we originally entered. The Daily Calories Snapshot calculator enables you to do quick what-if scenarios. In this example, we overate by 108 calories. Let's see what happens to the chart if we reduce the calories eaten by approximately that amount. 108, I will make it say 3390. That's slightly more than 108 calories. Then we'll click the Chart My Values command button. Note the different message this time. Let's do another what-if scenario. For this example, we'll click the Calculate Exercise command button. Note that all our previously entered values are still there. What we're going to do now is we're going to change the exercise from bicycling to running. I'm going to leave the time at 60 minutes. And by the way, I can confirm that again that it's time by getting the tool tip. I'm going to change the distance this time to 12 miles. Basically, I'm going to do a 12-mile-an-hour run. Then I'll click the running or walking command button after the value has been calculated. And again, the exercise, calories are entered automatically. I'll click the Chart My Values command button to redraw the chart. Note the different net daily calories outcome. Let's increase the amount of calories we ate for the day, and this time go to 4,200 calories. Just for an example, and click the Chart My Values command button again. This time we slightly overate, and we receive a slightly different message. Again, personalized this time because we chose a running exercise. Let's do another what-if scenario. But first, we'll reset the chart to show default values while retaining our originally entered values. We'll do this by clicking the Reset Chart Values command button. We'll click the button and the chart displays default values, but our values that were previously entered are still there. Also, if we click the button that calculates BMR, we can see that all those values are still present. When these values are displayed, you can collapse the display by clicking the Reset Chart Values button again. And if we click the Calculator button, we can see that the values we entered here are still present. Again, we'll click the Reset Chart Values button to collapse that display. To calculate exercise calories for other types of exercises, you can navigate to a third-party web page by clicking the Command button. Calculate other exercise calories using third-party tool. We'll click the Command button and we navigate to that website. First, we can pick an exercise or activity using this drop-down control. For this example, we're going to pick handball. Next, we'll enter the exercise duration in minutes. For this example, we'll say 60. Next, we need to enter our weight in pounds. For this example, I'll enter 180. To compute a rough estimate of the exercise, calories, click the Compute Command button. We'll click the Command button. Note the answer you can use the Tab key twice from the Compute button to automatically highlight the answer. Here, use Ctrl-C on the keyboard to copy the value to your clipboard. Then, use the browser back arrow or Alt left arrow to navigate back to the Daily Calorie Snapshot calculator. Here, highlight the value that's in the exercise calorie field and use Ctrl-V to paste the new value there. Then you can use the Tab key twice to highlight the Chart My Values command button. However, before we chart the values, we need to enter the number of minutes that we exercised. I believe we use 60 minutes on the web page, so we'll enter 60 minutes here. Then we need to click the Save Other Exercise Time command button to save the value. I'll click the Command button. Now, I'll click the Chart My Values command button to redraw the chart based on this information. We still overate, but note the slightly different feedback message. In this case, we are encouraged to other exercise, an additional so many minutes. The so many minutes is based upon the number of calories we computed versus the time we used.